25 drivers, 16 nationalities, 3 champions, 1 world champion. Road to Indy TV.
On behalf of everyone at Cooper Tires, drivers, start your engines.
And with that, engines come to life. Indy Pro 2000 drivers will be up next, but we'll get things underway first with the young drivers here in USF 2000. Yeah, these drivers coming right out of the karting ranks. They've worked through some of the other open wheel Formula Car categories, but this is the very first rung of this Road to Indy presented by Cooper Tires. We'll have a look at the grid when we go up here. A couple of pace laps, work their way around the racetrack. 75 lapper around this challenge racing circuit. 180 horsepower, carbon fiber tub.
Check.
So drivers working their way around, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be Colin Kaminsky on the pole in the number 23. Cameron Shields from Australia on the outside in the 73. Row number 2, Reese Gold out of Puerto Rico and Manuel Cabrera from Mexico. Row number 3 from France, Alex Barron, and the young American, Darren Keane, starting in 6th. Field set, underway. Green, green, green. 3 wide down to the bottom of the racetracks goes Alex Barron in the Legacy Autosport machine. Doesn't get that power coming off the corner. He's going to slot back in. Still enough to the inside of Reese Gold to try to force the issue down the bottom of the racetrack, and away he goes. Cameron Shields, the Aussie, out front to the early lead right now for Newman Walks Racing. .75 lapper. Drivers strong through the opening lap. Always key for these young drivers to be able to settle in. Still a great battle between Alex Barron and the young 14-year-old Reese Gold. That's that fight for 4th spot. They're side by side through 3 and 4. Barron, the veteran, trying to hold on. Look at Gold getting that good run in that number 3 machine. But the bottom of the track is where you have to be good here. Quick laps, of course, around the outside, but you've got to be able to go to the bottom if you want to make a pass here at USF 2000. Gold gets a better run around the outside. Obviously able to stay a little more on the power, but Barron really forcing the issue at the bottom. Still side by side. Oh, very close coming out of turn number 4. Barron's just trying for that little slip up. He's pushing the pressure here on the 14-year-old. Cameron Shields, though, out front, pulling away in the Newman Walks Racing number 73. Shields in dire need of a strong result. And he is making it happen here. A driver taking his first racing event on an oval. Good run right now for Colin Kaminsky, running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Manuel Cabrera. Gold and Barron still battling it out. Manuel Suleiman from Mexico behind him in the blue and white D-Force Racing entry. A little further back, it's Darren Keane as well. Barron almost passed here right now, just hasn't been able to clear. Look at this side-by-side action, maybe 6. Oh, big wiggle there. Wiggle mid-corner for Alex Barron. You got that car down, pinched to the bottom. If it starts to slide like it did, you'll see it wiggle, and he was right up on the wheel. Quick reaction time for the Frenchman. Yeah, he may lose this one here. Indeed, Gold. Let's see if he dicks down to the bottom. Gold's going to have a look at Cabrera. Reese Gold going for P3 in the Cape Motorsports machine. Oh, he has to get way out of it coming out of turn number 2. Big run for Barron down the back chute. Cameron Shields still holding a pretty solid lead as the last will tick away early. The white and orange Newman Walks Racing machine up front strong. Take the opportunity to say hello to everyone tuning in on the Road to Indy TV app, whether you're there or on USF2000.com or roadtoindy.tv. Welcome to Lucas Oil Raceway and this year's Carb Night Classic. I'm sure there's a big contingent down in Australia listening in, cheering on their driver Cameron Shields, the Newman Walks Racing number 73. He is pulling away. Gap last time by 1.6 seconds for Cameron Shields. Field looking pretty good. Further back in the pack, a couple of drivers from J. Howard Driver Development battling it out. Christian Rasmussen in 10th spot in the number 6, and Matt Round-Garrido in number 5. That's 10th and 11th. We've got the 36 of Nolan Siegel looking for a way by as well, but out front, clean race thus far for Cameron Shields. Cameron with a solid top 5 finish at the Grand Prix weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway just 2 weeks ago. Look at Nolan Siegel in the number 36. The Newman Walks Racing engine goes to the bottom now on the 5 of Matt Round-Garrido. Here comes Hunter McElroy as well. Second place in points right now. McElroy slapped the wall in qualifying yesterday. Had to start at the tail of the field. He's been able to get 4 positions, but car not working that great on the bottom as he's now battling it out with second generation driver Eduardo Barrichello. His father, of course, Rubens Barrichello of Formula One fame. A battle further back for that 12th position between the 5 of Matt Round-Garrido and the number 36 of Nolan Siegel. Siegel just 14 years of age as well. Nolan's first time here on the oval, and he's looking really good in the Newman Walks Racing machine. Cabrera has been able to hold on to 3rd. That battle between Alex Barron continuing. Barron now gets himself into 4th spot. 5th is still Reese Gold, but Manuel Suleiman has now gone to the bottom. Suleiman now on the bottom of the racetrack. That is the battle now for 5th and 6th. Darren Keene right there in 7th. 8th is Braden Eves, your point leader. Braden Eves in 8th spot. 9th is Jack Miller. 10th, the 6th of Christian Rasmussen. First 13 laps in the books. 20% of the way through the field now. 14 laps down. Shields the lead over 2 seconds. The Newman Walks team has done a good job putting the car beneath him. John Hayes on the engineering side with Glenn Hallahan, the team manager, team owner, doing a great job up front. Shields, perfect thus far. Alex Barron in the number 14, settling in after getting by Reese Gold. That was a really, I want to say, extended battle as Barron showing his experience, the patience to get by. Reese Gold, though, good run for him to be able to run here in the 5th spot. 6th position right now, I'd say it was Manuel Suleiman. Let me correct myself. That's the number 52 of Jack Crawford. Crawford from Houston, Texas. Running in the F4 NACAM series down in Mexico, but he's no stranger actually to oval racing, a different discipline, as he's done a lot of legend car racing. Had a lot of success in legend cars. Crawford's been good since making his debut in the series 2 weekends ago at the Grand Prix race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Well, that's Jack Crawford. I had said Manuel Suleiman, indeed the Texan. Crawford now running in 6th spot. Keene in 7th. Braden Eves in 8th. Jack Miller 9th. And Christian Rasmussen now runs 10th. Suleiman in the 11th spot. Nolan Siegel able to get by Barrichello, so moves Siegel into 12th. Barrichello 13th. Hunter McElroy now 14th. Christian Bogle runs in the 15th spot. Yuvan Suzeramourthy in 16th. Matt Round-Garrido 17th. Anthony Famularo at 18th. And Bruno Tomaselli. The final of the 19 drivers in the field. Now, watching times here. As Cameron Shields, as I said, rookie here in the USF 2000 program. His first ever wheel-to-wheel event on an oval. Being fast is one thing, but he's going to have to get by some slower cars when he gets around, and they're battling it out. Famularo, Tomaselli, and Matt Round-Garrido battling it out here for the final spot, 17th, 18th, and 19th. The test for Cameron Shields is going to be able to work his way through that traffic while he continues to hold his lead. It's almost 3 seconds now on Colin Kaminsky. "20 laps in the books, 55 laps remaining. 75 lapper for USF 2000, 90 laps for Indy Pro 2000. These cars 180 horsepower. Bump that up by 90 horsepower for Indy Pro. They got 280. More downforce, bigger brakes. We got a battle here right now for the two Cape drivers. First and third in the points going at it. Braden Eves, who has won 4 straight races, currently running in 7th, battling it out with his teammate Darren Keene. And right now, Eves to the bottom, Keene. The battle for 7th. Keene holding that top spot, trying to roll around the outside. The two white and black Cape Motorsports machines, the teammates, running now in the 7th and 8th position. Not the best weekend here for Cape Motorsports. They've won the last 8 driver championships. Tremendous talent for the Capes, and 2 really good ones here. Great young American drivers in Darren Keene and Braden Eves. As I said, Eves 4 for 4 to start the season. Doesn't look like it's going to be that way here today, but nonetheless, they're running side by side, and that has actually allowed Jack Miller to roll up there with the number 40 machine, the new Miller Vinatieri Racing squad. Jack Miller, of course, a veteran of the Indianapolis 500. Adam Vinatieri, the kicker for the Indianapolis Colts, a legend in the NFL, all-time leading scorer, I believe. Keene trying to hold the top of the track. He's going to have to tuck in now behind his teammate Braden Eves. So now count Eves up into 7th. Darren Keene goes back to 8th. 9th is Miller. 10th is Christian Rasmussen. Big run there for Miller. I don't know what's going on here with Darren Keene. Had some trouble coming out of turn number 2. Might have had to get out of it. Driver slowing, top of the racetrack. Someone slowing up there. That's a 3 of Reese Gold. Count Gold back a spot. I don't know if he got into the wall or whatever, but he's dropped back. Gold falls into the clutches of his teammate. So the Cape Motorsports drivers now run 6th, 7th, and 8th. Here comes Jack Miller. He's going to go to the inside of Darren Keene. Coming through turn number 3, over to 4. So Jack Miller now moves up a spot. Darren Keene hustling that car around. Keene going backwards. Coming off a great second place finish at round number 2, the second end of the double header of the IndyCar Grand Prix weekend. That momentum not continuing here to the oval at Lucas Oil Raceway. Cameron Shields now leading by 3.5 seconds. He has worked his way, I believe. Find out where he is now. Yeah, indeed, he's worked his way into the field. He's starting to pick off some cars, and that's the opportunity for him now to go to the bottom. He's got to be able to get down to the bottom of the racetrack here, right behind Bruno Tomaselli now. He'll show the wing to the inside. Big gap here for Kaminsky. So Shields can take his time to a certain extent. I'm sure they'll get on the radio trying to get Bruno to hold her spot up top. Indeed, Cameron Shields goes to the bottom. Tomaselli still on top there. They're side by side through turns number 1 and 2. This is when the driver's got to be very careful. Famularo trying to take advantage of Tomaselli having to check up a little bit here. He'll go side by side with Bruna. Young lady out of Brazil. Very high Bruna coming out at turn number 4 in the Pabst Racing entry. She still holds that spot. Cameron Shields now going to work on Christian Bogle. He's got Christian Bogle and Matt Round-Garrido in front of him. This is Matt Round-Garrido, then it'll be Bogle. If he's able to get by cleanly, he's going to have a big run before he gets up to Yuvan Sundaramurthy. So still a big gap over Colin Kaminsky as well. down to 2.5 seconds. Remember, Kaminsky hasn't gotten to the lap cars yet. Shields doing a tremendous job. He tucks to the inside of 3. Bogle's going to stay to the top. Good run thus far. The 73 of Cameron Shields, the Aussie doing well. Big block move there for the 5 of Matt Round-Garrido, trying to take Tomaselli down to the bottom on the front straight away. Let's have a look at your top 10. Cameron Shields leads the way. Colin Kaminsky in second. Manuel Cabrera runs in third. Alex Barron fourth. Jack Crawford now fifth. Braden Eves in sixth. Reese Gold seventh. Jack Miller eighth. Darren Keene ninth. And Christian Rasmussen rounding out the top 10. Darren Keene had a pretty good run early on. The car looked fast. He slotted into 6th position and was holding it, but he's fallen back to 10th position over the last handful of laps. He's going to have to battle it out here with Christian Rasmussen soon. Nolan Siegel in the other Newman Walks Racing entry. His teammate, of course, leading the way in the 73, but Siegel at just 14 years of age, running P12. Great debut effort here on the oval at Lucas Oil Raceway. Coming up to the halfway point here now, 35 laps down. Wow, this fight further back. 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. Now Colin Kaminsky just trying to slowly pick his way through. Gap back up to 3.1 seconds for Cameron Shields. Everything working good for Shields now. Quite a ways before Shields would get up to the next group, which is Yuvan Sundaramurthy and Eduardo Barrichello. They're in their own little battle right now. That is for 14th and 15th. In fact, Sundaramurthy now to 14th, Barrichello back to 15th. Colin Kaminsky in the high side now as he's trying to get by these 2 drivers from J. Howard Driver Development. Wow, he is holding his breath for sure. Tomaselli's going to try to the bottom. There goes Kaminsky. He goes outside the very top of Round-Garrido, then goes to the inside of Bogle on the exit of 4. And Kaminsky now with open racetrack. Good job for Kaminsky. The remainder of the field looking to get through this group as well. Cabrera's going to have to get through. Let's see what he does trying to come through the lap traffic. Of course, Alex Barron taken out last year trying to get by lap traffic, will run in second. Got caught up with one of the drivers over in turn number 3. Some significant damage to that race car. Really ended his season. Good to see him back here with Legacy Autosport, a new operation. Mike Meyer and the crew. Fred Edwards and everyone from Metalloid. Yeah, Cabrera, if he wants to stay on the podium, is going to have to expertly work his way through here because Barron's going to capitalize if at all possible. Cabrera looking to the bottom now on Anthony Famularo. The exclusive Autosport machine has been fast, and Cabrera gets by him quickly. Well done for Cabrera there. Barron's going to get caught up a little bit on the high side of turn 3. Cabrera looking now to set up Tomaselli to 24. And drivers further back here doing a great job. Alex Barron already through though. Oh, big check up there. Check up there, one driver to the bottom, that's an issue. Here comes Barron, he's gonna get a good run on Cabrera. He'll look to the bottom of the racetrack. Cabrera comes down to the bottom to block. Set up for the pass to the inside of Tomaselli as well. One driver slowing and into pit lane. One of the J. Howard driver development cars pulling in. I'll tell you who when they come back around. That's gonna be Matt Round-Garrido out of the race. Wreck up in turn number 3. Turn 2 rather. Drivers together in turn 2. Cabrera taken out by a lap car. From third position. Contact over in turn number 2. Manuel Cabrera from Mexico in the exclusive Autosport number 90 trying to get by Bruno Tomaselli in the number 24. And they make contact. 44 laps in the books. A massive lead for Cameron Shields is going to disappear. AMR safety crew already out into both of the drivers. That was a pretty hard impact for both. Right front damage, as you would expect here at Lucas Oil Raceway, getting into the wall. Cabrera, though, that's disappointment for the young Mexican driver who was looking very good there, running in the third position. And again, that's just, that's the dangers, I guess, of trying to get by some of these lap cars. Cabrera was good. He had got through a couple of cars. Bruno Tomaselli racing with him. Now, you don't know whether or not. I wasn't looking right at it. So I can't tell you if Cabrera pushed up the track a little bit or if Tomaselli came down, whatever it may be, but that is a lap car getting together with a driver who is poised for a podium, Manuel Cabrera. That'll slow the action now. 45 laps done, 30 to go. We're going to burn a bunch of them here in this caution. But what a run thus far for Cameron Shields in the Newman Walks Racing number 73. Started on the outside of the front row, quickly went to the lead and was able to stretch a solid advantage over Pabst Racing's Colin Kaminsky, over 3 seconds at the time of the incident. They are going to roll the ambulance to the scene at this point here. Again, pretty hard contact, as I said. We'll try to get you an update on the drivers involved. Cameron Shields with the lead, Colin Kaminsky second. The contact will move Alex Barron up to third, Jack Crawford fourth. Braden Eves now into the fifth spot. Sixth position, Reese Gold. Seventh, Jack Miller. Eighth is Darren Keene. Ninth, Christian Rasmussen. And 10th is Manuel Suleiman. 11th, Nolan Siegel. 12th, Hunter McAray. 13th is Yuvan Sundaramurthy. 14th, Eduardo Barrichello. 15th, Christian Bogle. 16th, Anthony Famularo, and the three drivers out of the race now. Matt Round-Garrido had just pulled off into pit lane. Manuel Cabrera and Bruno Tomaselli, the two drivers involved over in turn number 2. Word from race control, both drivers are fine, which is exactly what we wanted to hear. So go in, again, both drivers being reported as uninjured in the incident in turn number 2. So again, drivers circulating under the pace car now. There was a significant gap between Cameron Shields and the next lap cars, and that was going to be Eduardo Barrichello and Yuvan Sundaramurthy. They're the final drivers on the lead lap at this point here, having completed 47 this time by, make it 48 this time by. More updates from race control. The number 5 of Matt Round-Garrido, I had said that he came into pit lane, and not an issue actually technically. He had been given a drive-through penalty for blocking. He had received a number of warnings on the radio, and I think I called one when they came down the front straightaway when he actually kind of drove Tomaselli down to the bottom of the track here right at start-finish. Race control right here at start-finish. Not only do they have the cameras to look at, but they're visually watching it as well. And Matt Round-Garrido brought into pit lane to serve a drive-through. So again, Cameron Shields, the young Australian, in that number 73. Looking good up front. He'll have to lay down a solid restart to be able to continue to pull away. He's got fast laps. He's got the outright fastest lap so far of 22.428, average speed 110.112 miles per hour. 22.428 fast lap for Cameron Shields. Again, that worth a bonus point as well. Colin Kaminsky running in second, Alex Barron third, Jack Crawford fourth, Braden Eves fifth. 5 different teams represented in the top 5 as well. Cameron Shields running with Newman Walks Racing, Colin Kaminsky, Pabst Racing, Alex Barron with Legacy Autosport, Jack Crawford with D-Force Racing, and Braden Eves with the 8-time driver champions, Cape Motorsports. AMR safety team has got themselves back in here. The cars up on the hook, and they'll pull them off. I would expect that we could potentially go back to green momentarily. 50 laps in the books. It's going to be a 25-lap shootout. Not sure whether or not the pace cars are going to duck on off right now. Track looks like it's clear. All the vehicles got themselves back here into the infield. We'll see if he ducks on off or if we're going to go one more time around. Looks like maybe one more lap behind the pace car. Again, drivers were all fine. Only reason we brought the ambulance out was to cart the drivers back. Bruna Tomaselli going to meet her team. As I said, didn't get a chance to see a replay on that, whether or not Bruna came down or potentially Cabrera washing up. But a tough one for, obviously, Manuel Cabrera, who was running strongly in third. I expected a good little battle between he and Alex Barron to form up before we were done. This has given Alex Barron another shot at it, that's for sure. One lap car in there still. One of the Jay Howard driver development team members between first and second now. I'm going to say that's probably, it's either Christian Bogle or Matt Round-Garrido. Cameron Shields getting ready to punch off. Green flag flying, away we go. Here comes Shields. Round-Garrido's going to go to the bottom. Shields leading. Here comes Barron to the inside of Kaminsky. Alex Barron trying to challenge Kaminsky coming out of turn number 2, side by side. Great forward bite down the back chute for Kaminsky. But Barron still to the bottom. They're closing up big time here on Shields. Cameron Shields has got to get back on the throttle. He's trying to bring those tires up to temp, not trying to make a mistake. Tough to do it on the restart. Let's see if he can pull away like he has. 53 laps in the books. Sprint race, 3 wide down the back chute. 3 wide down the back straightaway. One of the Cape cars right in the middle. I think that's Darren Keene in the middle of it. Wow, this is getting epic further back. They were 3 wide down the back straightaway. Indeed, Darren Keene in the number 2, right behind the 6 of Christian Rasmussen. Keene back to the bottom of the track. Nolan Siegel right in there as well. Throw in, I want to say Hunter McElroy trying to go to the bottom too. He's looking to the bottom. Keene trying to stretch through. This is solid. Jack Crawford now trying to get by Matt Round-Garrido. Kaminsky still holding the spot. That's P2 as he's holding off Alex Barron thus far. This has allowed Cameron Shields to get back out to about a 0.6 of a second lead. Cameron Shields from Australia looking to grab the first win. And would it be epic to be here on the oval at Lucas Oil Raceway? Each of these drivers, so many of them taking their first wheel-to-wheel competition laps on an oval. They've done testing around the country, some down in the southern states, some up in Wisconsin, tracks like La Crosse or down in Madison. That's what this road to Indy is all about, training these young drivers to potentially get them one day to the Indianapolis 500 to give them a chance. Like we saw earlier today, Oliver Askew winning the Freedom 100. He went through this category. He was the champion here in USF 2000 just 2 years ago. Now he finds himself as a winner at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Cameron Shields, lap 57 in the books. Make that 58, 17 laps remaining. Shields, Kaminsky, Barron, 1, 2, 3. Crawford now runs in that 4th spot. Braden Eves a little further back. A couple of lap cars here, I believe, going side by side, coming through here. Find out exactly who that is side by side. Yeah, I think that's Anthony Famularo and the 5 of Matt Round-Garrido. Braden Eves trying to find a way through here. Eves will go to the bottom, side by side with Matt Round-Garrido. So gingerly to the bottom, coming out of turn 2. Round-Garrido using that top groove. Oh, driver to the wall, into turn number 3. In the wall goes Jack Miller. Jack Miller loses the rear end. Coming out of turn number 3, swaps ends, backs it in. Right between turns 3 and 4, Jack Miller. So contact, no, just a simple spin. Lap number 60, and Jack Miller loses the rear end of his Tatis going into the turn number 3 corner. Indeed, watching as he came through, no contact from behind, just losing the rear of that car, then backing it up into the wall. Didn't look like it was that huge of a wreck. Jack William Miller, the son of Indy 500 veteran Jack Miller. Issues going into turn number 3. Given the update that Jack is okay, the AMR safety crew, of course, was on the scene very, very quickly. 61 laps down. They'll get this cleaned up. We're going to have a little short dash, a sprint, to see who's going to win this year's Freedom 75. 14 laps still remaining in this race. We'll see how many we lose here under the caution. They're bringing the tow truck in to get that car lifted up quickly. Jack Miller hopping into the back of one of the AMR safety vehicles will bring him back down on pit lane. Cameron Shields is still the leader. Colin Kaminsky in second. Alex Barron third. Jack Crawford fourth. Braden Eves, who runs in fifth, has Anthony Famularo running 14th, the lap car in front of him. So lap car between fourth and fifth, Jack Crawford and Braden Eves. Right behind them, another one of our lap cars, Matt Round-Garrido. I believe Eduardo Barrichello in there as well. You got to go back quite a ways. Christian Rasmussen, who runs in the 7th position now, is right behind Matt Round-Garrido, his teammate at Jay Howard Driver Development. You'd expect that Reese Gold's right in there as well. Reese Gold running in 6th. Christian Rasmussen 7th right behind him. Yeah, let's reset that. So Matt Round-Garrido is in between Reese Gold and Braden Eves. So then Reese Gold in the number 3 runs in 6th spot. The 6th of Rasmussen in 7th. The number 2 of Darren Keene in 8th. The 12 of Manuel Suleiman in 9th. And Nolan Siegel now up into the 10th spot in the Newman Walks Racing number 36. Jack Miller was running nicely inside the top 10, just lost the rear coming through turn number 3. Quickly up and backwards into the wall. Laps ticking away here. The 75 lapper with a maximum time limit of 50 minutes, but we're only at the 30-minute mark now, so there's no way we're going to reach any kind of lap. Cameron Shields able to pull away. There'll be 10 laps remaining when they come back around. They'll put lap 65 in the books. And again, as I said, Cameron Shields in the Newman Walks Racing number 73, the young Australian. Great start from the outside of the front row to take the lead and stretch away to what was about a 3-second lead before the first incident. Stretched it out again to probably about a 1.5 seconds. Maybe a little more than that for this second caution. They've got the car, Jack Miller, already on the hook. 65 laps down, 10 to go. You got to expect we're going to be maybe 8 to go. There's no way we're going to go green this time by. You'll get a good look at the machine of Jack Miller, the Miller Vinatieri Motorsports Loomis-sponsored Tatis USF 17. Rear damage to the car, backed it hard into the left rear. It's like left front damage as well as the car rotated upon contact. One to go this time by, 1 to go at the stripe. Put lap 66 in the books. It's going to be an 8-lap dash. 8-lap fight for the Freedom 75. Shields, Kaminsky, Barron, Crawford, and Eves, your top 5. Toss in the lap car there as well, Matt Round-Garrido. Actually, no, they've set things up. Top 5 are lined up. Matt Round-Garrido's back a couple of spots. Reese Gold right in there as well. In fact, I think they put the lap cars to the back, folks. Indeed, they have. We've rounded them, pushed them to the back. We got everybody lined up. It's going to be an 8-lapper. Cameron Shields in the 73. The Newman Walks car is going to lead him on. He'll jump on the throttle. And away we go. Out of turn number 4. We're back to green flag racing here at Lucas Oil Raceway. First driver on the attack. Jack Crawford going to the inside of turn number 1. Can't hold the bottom line of the racetrack. Barron gets a good run. He'll tuck up under the gearbox of Kaminsky. Barron to the bottom of the track. Kaminsky gets a great run through. Again, just like the last restart, Cameron Shields a little bit ginger on the opening lap, and this is going to allow Kaminsky to go to work. Shields tucked to the bottom. Cameron Shields did not get a good run into turn number 3 last time by. Able to hold off now the challenge of Kaminsky. Here comes Barron. He'll go back to the bottom of the racetrack. Alex Barron, the Frenchman, trying to get a win here for Legacy Autosport. Putting the pressure here on Kaminsky. Temperatures back up into Cooper tires for Cameron Shields. He holds about a 4 or 5 car length lead as they work their way out of turn 2 down the back chute. 5 laps to go this time by. Further back as well, a battle now for 7th as Darren Keene going after Reese Gold. Keene to the bottom, he's trying to get by his young teammate. Barron continues to go to work on Kaminsky through turn number 2. Alex Barron right up there under the wing. Continues to tuck to the bottom, looking for clean air on the front wing of the Tatis. Same goes further back as Darren Keene trying to get by Reese Gold, almost there. I think he'll finish it coming into the next corner, indeed. Gonna let that car wash up a little bit. Not quite, yeah, he's got to get out of it. So move Darren Keene now up into the 7th position. He's gonna try to go after Christian Rasmussen now. Best battle on the racetrack for 7th. For 2nd, rather. It is Kaminsky on top. Barron to the bottom. He's going to get by him coming through turn number 1 and 2. Big cheer from the Metalloid crew, the Legacy Autosport team down here. Alex Barron has been able to get by. Will he have enough laps? It'll be just 2 more to go this time by for Cameron Shields trying to win here at Lucas Oil Raceway. The Aussie, 2 to go. Alex Barron, a great run, working his way up into 2nd position. Barron started 5th, but has really run a strong race here. Decisive passes. White flag will fly this time by. Those of you listening down in Australia, 1 more to go for Cameron Shields. Cameron Shields out of turn number 2. Big gap back to Alex Barron. Shields has got to get through 3 and 4, and he will take it home. He's clean coming through 3. He'll keep it off the rails. Out of turn number 4, the winner of the Freedom 75, Cameron Shields. The Aussie wins here at Lucas Oil Raceway. Alex Barron comes home in 2nd. Colin Kaminsky ends up with a strong 3rd as Barron will pull alongside Shields. What a win. Tremendous run today for Cameron Shields, victorious on the oval here at Lucas Oil Raceway. Alex Barron 2nd, Colin Kaminsky 3rd, Jack Crawford 4th, and Braden Eves rounding out the top 5. Drivers rolling back to pit lane. Victory celebrations to come. So the USF 2000 cars getting themselves back to the paddock area. But the drivers coming out of their cars here. Cameron Shields, folks, the winner today in USF 2000. Incredible run for Cameron. He'll get the helmet off and we'll have a quick chat with him. Of course, we have our podium celebration coming out here as well, but we'll get a chance to talk to this young Australian. A tremendous victory for him here today. Couple of lap cars, lap cars to get through, a couple of yellow flag, a couple of restarts. Handled them expertly. Cameron Shields. Big victory for him here today on the oval at Lucas Oil Raceway. Folks, the helmet's off. One more time, a round of applause for Cameron Shields winning today. Cameron, let's have a quick chat, my friend. I know you've wanted to win one of these. You had a good weekend at the Grand Prix, a top 5, but man, to win here on the oval, give me your thoughts right now.
That was absolutely incredible. I mean, we knew straight from the test day last week we had the pace, we had a plan in place, and it really pulled through this weekend. I mean, that race was tough. I had a good lead at the start, and then I saw the safety car come out. I knew it was going to get tough, but the Cooper tires hung in. We stayed there until the end, and I certainly had the pressure on from behind, but that was really good.
Hold on right now. There's Will Power on FaceTime. Give you the thumbs up. Will Power down here on the phone, folks, giving Cameron the thumbs up. Cameron, congratulations.
Thank you, and I just got to thank everyone, Brian, everyone from the team. It was awesome. I've had so many people. I just, yeah, it's awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Big win, folks, for Cameron Shields as he wins today here. Let's get over here and get a hold of Alex Barron as well. Alex, I'm right behind you, bud. Started 5th. Man, dude, you just went to the front, but you took your time. You were patient. You were able to get the passes done. Talk a little bit about how good this Legacy Autosport car was today.
Well, it wasn't obvious from the start. I had a lot of understeer issues that I couldn't follow people in front of me, but luckily towards the end it seemed to be better than the rest of the pack, so kudos to them.
Good to get a second place finish. You guys needed a result, right? You needed a really good result here before we go to Road America. Any other thoughts on the way this team is gelling together?
No, I mean, brand new team, just needed a little bit of time to come together. I'm really proud of all the efforts they've made since in the GP last week. It was really not good, and now we're bouncing back with a podium finish, so I'm thrilled.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Second place today, folks, Alex Barron. Great run for Alex. One more step down here to the podium. Of course, we'll get things going for the trophies. Colin Kaminsky, turn around here for me, folks, so they can see you. Dude, Colin, you started on the pole, slopped back to second, a lot of restarts. Alex came and got you at the very end. But the bottom line is a third place finish. Overall, a good couple of days for you.
Yeah, it really was. Obviously, yesterday putting on pole was something special. That was really cool. The guys were unbelievable, everybody on the team. You know, I made a mistake in qualifying, and they worked their butts off to put it back together. So it was cool to deliver there. Yeah, lost the lead at the start, but I figured, you know, we had a pace all weekend. So if we're going to get them, we're going to get them. And yeah, when it came to the restarts, we were pretty close there. Had everyone at the lead, and then Barron, you know, put a good move on me off of 4. So. Yeah, I'm happy with her. We, like you said, had a good couple of days for us, definitely. So I just want to thank the guys, the crew, for working so hard, and family for coming out. Yeah, so it's been a good weekend.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Rob.
A lot of points as well for Colin Kaminsky, folks. Keep an eye on him. That's your podium today here in USF 2000. We'll get these cars out of the way. We'll get our trophies fired up, and, of course, the champagne will fly here before we roll out the drivers in our Indy Pro 2000 category. But, again, the drivers you just saw go to work here, the first rung of this Road to Indy presented by Cooper Tires. Of course, Cameron Shields, the winner today from Australia. Little cameo appearance by 2018 Indianapolis 500 winner Will Power via FaceTime. Will coming on FaceTime to say congratulations to Cameron. Big win for him today for sure. And again, we'll get things dialed in here with the drivers to bring them up for the podium presentations. 3 big races for you here today, of course. Here at the Carb Night Classic, the first rung of the Road to Indy presented by Cooper Tires. The USF 2000 pilots already wrapping up their 75 lapper. The Freedom 90 for Indy Pro 2000 are going to dial things up. These guys are going to hustle around here, I'll tell you. Another 90 horsepower, bigger brakes, bigger, more aerodynamics, more everything in those Indy Pro cars, and they're definitely going to put on a good show as well. And then, of course, we'll wrap everything up with the Silver Crown cars. Get them out here to have some fun. So we'll get our drivers over here so we can get things underway. We got a couple of our guests to help us pass out some awards here as well. Our Cooper Tire girls will bring our drivers, of course, up on to the podium. So let's get this podium underway, folks. Coming home third place today, I just interviewed him. A great run for the driver from Pabst Racing, Colin Kaminsky, third spot today. And to present Colin with his third place trophy from Braille Battery, it's Gary Savage. There we go, get that trophy for Colin Kaminsky, third spot. He was in the wall yesterday before qualifying, was able to come. Well, listen, he goes, thanks for that. But he was able to come back. He's in the wall in practice, comes back and puts it on the pole in qualifying. Tremendous run for him. And again, then grabbing a solid third place finish. Just a great overall couple of days for Colin. Moving into the second spot, great run. We watched him work his way through very patiently as the car started to come in late in the race, but he comes home with a second position for Legacy Autosport. Alex Barron coming home in second spot, folks. Alex Barron, P2. A couple of guests from Cooper Tires going to help us out, providing the trophy for the second place driver. Stephen Ferguson from Cooper Tires, one of our guests from Cooper, will bring that second place trophy here to Alex Barron, driver from France, running with Legacy Autosport. Worked his way forward, passing both in the bottom and the top. Folks, we've given a couple round of applauses already. If you could do it again, I would really appreciate it. All the way from Australia, ladies and gentlemen. You figure he was probably going to get the first win on a road course? No. He does it on the oval here at Lucas Oil Raceway for Newman Walks Racing. Cameron Shields, the winner today. And to present him with his first place trophy from Cooper Tire, Luis Pena. Luis Pena will bring that first place trophy in for Cameron Shields. What a run for him. We'll get the photo op, of course, down here in Victory Lane. Again, these young drivers here just a couple of steps away from potentially getting to the NTT IndyCar Series. Colton Herta was a driver who was in this USF 2000 program just a couple of years ago. We've seen so many come through. Spencer Piggott making the run all the way through the ranks as well. Cameron Shields, his first win, that is going to bump him big time up in the points as well, moving him forward after a good top 5 finish at the road course event at Indianapolis. But yeah, trophies in the air. Great run. Again, Cameron Shields with the win, Alex Barron second, and Colin Kaminsky wrapping things up for third. The Cooper Tire girls are going to make an exit. Cooper Tire girls are getting out of here. We're going to drop down these trophies because here comes the champagne. These guys don't have to race again until Road America at the end of June, so these suits can go to the dry cleaner when they're all said and done. I'm waiting for the Aussie call. How's it go? Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. couple more shots here before we throw that champagne at these guys. Make sure everybody's dialed in. We got a little contingent from Australia here with us too. I love that. Now the trophies are going down. Now the champagne is coming out. Again, these drivers just a couple steps away from IndyCar, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, get at it, little chink. Go to it. Champagne celebration for USF 2000. Congratulations to Cameron Shields, a flawless performance after taking the lead early, able to get through a couple of restarts. Excellent run here to kick off the day in the Freedom 75. Quick little break in the action. We'll roll out the cars here, of course, as well for the Indy Pro 2000 category. Stay with us, folks. More racing to come here as part of the Carb Night Classic.